The world is home to more than 1.1 billion girls under age 18 who are poised to become the largest generation of female leaders, entrepreneurs, and change makers the world has ever seen. In 1995, at the World Conference on Women in Beijing, countries anonymously adopted the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, the most progressive blueprint ever for advancing the rights of not only women but girls. The Beijing Declaration is the first to specifically call out girls' rights. On December 19, 2011, United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 66/170 to declare October 11 as the International Day of the Girl Child, to recognize girls' rights and the unique challenges girls face around the world. The International Day of the Girl Child focuses attention on the need to address the challenges girls face and to promote girls' empowerment and the fulfillment of their human rights. Today at the Mocap Conference Room here in Accra, the Abiola Bewa Foundation, whose aim is to help brand new but needy girls in rural areas with their educational needs, held a media briefing laying to bear the essence of celebrating the International Day of the Girl Child with the objective of the foundation. The International Day of the Girl Child is celebrated on October 11th every month. At the press briefing today, Madam Hayford Asiedu, who is a trustee, outlined some of the considerations from the foundation.
I can tell you that we are sponsoring 2 girls in medical school. The 2 girls who are in medical school. We have quite a number of girls in the secondary school. And as for the basic school, even though we are supporting some of them in the basic schools, most of the time when we visit the schools, we take care of all the girls, we take care of all the children, all the girls that are in the school first, before we pick the brainy ones. The brainy ones get the extra that we give, like a school bag with books, shoes, and stuff like that. That's what we give to them. And then it is important for them to keep their grades up. So we tell them that if your grades should slack, because if we take you from SS1, we're not looking at you only in SS1. We're supporting you from SS1 through SSS3. So you have to keep your grades up. If you slack in your grades, then it's a problem for you. That way, you keep the girls studying and studying harder so that they do not fall, so that they keep their grades up, so that they are able to achieve. And that is one encouragement we give to the girls. I keep saying at every meeting that I have that if you're a woman in a place that is dominated by men, you work 3 to 4 times as hard to be recognized. If you don't work that hard, you will hardly be recognized. The men have it easy, the women have to work very hard. And therefore, when you see somebody like Abiola who has achieved, you wonder what did she have, what did she go through. But if she tells you, if you read the book, you know that her days in Achimota were not easy days. She was selling to pay her way through school. And you wonder in a school like Achimota, how can you be paying to pay your way through school? Because Achimota is for the elite, as we say. But she was able to go through that. And we believe that there are many girls who can come that far if they get just a little support. And that is what Abiola Bewa Foundation is looking to do. And this time of COVID, where everybody has to mask up and make sure that everybody is safe and you're keeping healthy, it's difficult to really go around. And there are a few challenges. We have a challenge of a vehicle, we are looking at getting a vehicle, and we hope we'll be able to acquire one soon. There are other challenges when we have to travel, where our personnel will sleep, how long they'll be away, because you can imagine if you're going into the Volta region to look for Brady but brilliant girls. The Volta region is not just home, or it's not just Hoho or Singapore. You have to do the whole region. And sometimes it's difficult because you find that typical Ghanaian character. There's somebody sitting somewhere who thinks that her daughter is brainy and she can find a way of pushing her through. And they've tried it several times, but we are alert, we are very meticulous. We know that people will do that. So if your principal does not sign your form, if your headmaster does not sign your form, if your class teacher does not sign your form, if we do not see your reports, then we are not giving you any sponsorship. Because you must show us that you're brilliant and you're working hard. how we know that they're needy is going to check their background, where they come from, who their parents are, what their parents do. You know, you can have somebody probably selling chocolate who probably has 4 children in school, and one of them is a girl. You realize that the girl won't be taken care of as much as the boys. The boys will be pushed. Every little money she gets, she will push the boys. And the girls, when they go to school and come home, have to do their house chores as well. So we need to encourage them and we need to push them. And I think that we will be able to achieve that, especially with your support.
Stephen Nsiah, who is the national coordinator and a trustee, laid to bear some of the achievements of the Abiola Bewa Foundation.
Abiola Bewa Foundation, as some of you may have read and heard, is a foundation founded based on the life of Madame Abiola Bewa and other well-achieved women who have contributed in various ways towards empowering women in this country. So our able chairperson today is a veteran journalist in Ghana.
Madame Nkechi Akoyili, who is the chairperson and a trustee, also had this to say.
Say that 2020 is gone, isn't it? Without anything being accomplished. And what you will actually find out is that this girl child that we are talking about are the ones that will suffer during this period. Why? They are the ones that out of poverty, many families will actually put out there up for marriage at a tender age, depriving them of the education that they're supposed to get. And that's why this is very important. It's very, very important to us. If you know the story of the founder, and I actually beg you guys, everybody should actually get a copy of her book and read why this is so important to us. This is a woman that was deprived based on her background to go to school because she's a female. Because what they do at that time is that most, and which is actually still prevalent, if you have 5 boys and 1 girl, you would rather train the 5 boys and tell the girl, go and get married. So she insisted, very stubborn if you know her very well, she insisted that she would do whatever it takes to get an education and see where it got her today. She's the regional CEO of one of the biggest banks in Africa. And that is what training a woman does in our world today. Train one and she's going to impact lives. She's impacted her family, she's impacted people around her, and that is why this foundation is here. And given what COVID has done this year, my heart bleeds for women that would have gone into this because of just poverty of the family. And that's why when we talk about going for outreach in the north, it's very important to us. So we actually cannot overemphasize the need for the support that we call for, not just from family, from our sponsors, from individuals, from families, even understanding how important this is. Because if we look around, the women that have actually impacted lives are a lot, but are few. But there are still potentials out there that we are losing every day. And that is why we cannot joke with this day. We cannot joke with what we are actually doing. And because of that, there is no way we can keep going on without appreciating what our sponsors have done for us, because they are the ones that have made us come this far. We're talking about 100 girls. By now, if not for COVID, we would have actually surpassed that. So we're at 70, we are so committed to this, we want to actually get to 200 even by next year, because it's really telling us that there's need to step up. If it means educating families to understand what is going on, we need to do that. So our outreach is beyond schools, is going to be beyond, but the target is for us to get our young girls. We know what happens even when a child today is, and that's why we focus on sanitary towels. Because of poverty, they actually 4 days they won't be in school. they miss out on school just because they're in their monthly time. So it is that critical for us to actually understand the little things that makes a woman stay out of school.